This is going to sound harsh, and a lot of you guys are going to be upset about this, but you guys need to stop having children with men who are not trying to be with you, who are not obsessed with you, who do not want kids with you, and then complaining about how they are bad fathers.
You want to leave me? Leave me. I can deal with a breakup. But what I cannot do is you staying in this relationship, sabotaging it, cheat on me, abuse me, neglect me, talk to me crazy to get me to leave you. I cannot deal with that.
I love men. Like, I think men are the coolest, but I don't need them to survive.
You do actually need men to survive.
The modern woman is a walking contradiction. So they are generally narcissists, and they are the first women in, I think, probably most of history that they tend to destroy what they love and chase what they hate. They have a number of things they want, but generally I think the modern woman doesn't want to love. I think the modern woman wants to feel more than anything.
This brother here, speaking straight facts. You can see that he's experienced and he understands that he's been through a lot with the modern woman, and he knows what he's talking about. He's not just spitting, talking out of his ass like most women nowadays. He actually has been through things and understands what is going on in this society. Now let's check out some comments from that video. This one says, "It's always about how they're feeling. How you feel is of no concern to them." 100, spot on. Big facts with that comment. Another comment here says, "That woman knows. You can see the evil in her expression when he said that." True, true, true. One here says that, "Did y'all see how she turned around and looked him up and down? Who hurt her?" What this person's saying is big facts. She looked at him as if he was an enemy, as if what he was saying was trying to attack her, because she knew that her lifestyle would be affected if a man understands how she operates.
Use her logic against her. Question for you real fast. You want a man that's stronger, taller, more ambitious, and makes more money than you, I would assume? You would? Okay, what if I called you a dumb bitch that's broke? How would that make you feel?
That'd be incorrect.
Fantastic. So why is it that a man that wants a woman that's young, attractive, and fertile, insecure, and weird, or whatever shame language you used?
You were talking about the Cali, but I'm speaking about...
No, I'm just using your logic back against you. See how what a man wants is demonized versus what you want is not demonized? Not one of the guys here is insulting women for wanting a man that's taller, more ambitious, or makes more money or successful. Men understand this and accept it. That's why men go out into the world and work and become better versions of themselves. Women don't accept it. They think they should be taken however they come. And my argument is that women need to self-improve just like men do. Just that they have the hubris to think that they're perfect the way they come.
You want to leave me? Leave me. I can deal with a breakup. But what I cannot do is you staying in this relationship, sabotaging it, cheat on me, abuse me, neglect me, talk to me crazy to get me to leave you. I cannot deal with that. You would rather break me than to stand up and tell me that you don't want to be with me. You would rather break me to where I can't take no more so that I leave the relationship than for you to save me and leave by yourself. How selfish is that? If you break up with me amicably, yes, will I be hurt for a month or two? Maybe 6 months. But if you cheat on me to influence me to break up with you, I'll never forget that. I'll remember how it felt to get cheated on for the rest of my life. I'll remember how it felt when you abused me for the rest of my life. You talk to me crazy, somebody I'm supposed to love, that's supposed to love me, take care of me. I'll never forget how it feels to be disrespected to that level for somebody you're vulnerable enough to give your body, your mind, and your soul to. So here you think you were helping me leave you by sabotaging this relationship, but what you are doing is handicapping my heart for the rest of my life because you're too much of a coward to walk away right now by yourself. So if you gonna leave, leave.
The things that this man states in the video is all too common. Believe it or not, there are women in this world who they will feel disgusted if they break up with you. So they will want to make you feel as bad as possible. They'll put you through the ringer. They'll make you feel as if you're less than what you are, just so you could break up with them. Whether that be cheating, whether that be excessive lying, defying you, breaking boundaries that you set, just so you can break up with them and they won't have the mental anguish of feeling like they had to break up with you, and then it'll haunt them because, oh, they might think, oh, I lost out on a good guy. They'd rather just have you be the one to go away from them so that they can think that, oh, I was always better, but he left me, so I was the better one. So he left me, so I feel like I'm in a good position. Do not fall for this, man. If you see actions like this, cut it from the beginning. Do not let it get that far. Check out some of the comments from this video. Thanks for the words, brother. Glad to know I think I'm not alone. This hits hard. This one here says, straight facts. Exactly what I had to experience. And sad thing, I played as the bad guy too to save her reputation with her family. This is exactly what I'm talking about. They want you to be the bad guy so that they feel morally superior in these situations. This one says, best advice, stay single. Work on yourself and see if women are worth your time and heart. You can understand why MGTOW is a thing, because look at the way that women act in this modern society. And lastly, we got here, and all her single friends encouraging her. If you would have treated her right from the start, ... When he says this, he clearly means that girls will love to say and switch it up on you and make you look like the bad guy and say, oh, well, it's because you weren't doing XYZ. Even if you are doing XYZ, they'll have to always use guilt and make you feel like you were the one in the wrong and say, oh, well, if you were doing right by her, she would have never done this to you. Instead of just being mature and saying, hey, if things aren't working out, let's not be together. Done.
This is going to sound harsh, and a lot of you guys are going to be upset about this, but you guys need to stop having children with men who are not trying to be with you, who are not obsessed with you, who do not want kids with you, and then complaining about how they are bad fathers. Because you are bringing children into dysfunctional families and then getting upset about the ramifications of a dysfunctional family. If you are such a good mother, you had the ultimate choice on who was going to be your baby's father. And you chose out of selfishness. And then you want to run your mouth talking about, oh, he's not a good father. But are you a good mother? Because why did you have a kid out of wedlock? Why did you have a kid with someone who was not entirely excited and obsessed with having a kid with you? But you want to complain. Okay, sis.
I'm noticing that this is a growing problem in our society. A lot of women are getting pumped and dumped by Chad and Tyrone, but yet they're keeping the child in hopes that Chad and Tyrone will change their ways and stick with them and want to stay with them because they have their child. But they don't understand that these men do not want anything to do with them, child or no child. So they're just bringing another person into this world, into another trauma bond with them to suffer. For what? Just so you can have a trophy saying that Chad and Tyrone gave you this child? This is pathetic. You ladies can do better than this. Find someone who treats you with love and respect, someone that actually cares about you, and stick with them. Don't look for superficial things and you won't get superficial results. There's a comment from this post that stood out to me. This one here says, yup, literally what I'm going through. I'm not jealous, but my BM, which is baby mother, adores her other baby dad and fighting me in court for my child. You can extract a lot from this post. You can tell that this person wasn't the main guy that she wanted to be with. He was probably the safety net because the other baby father was the real one she wanted to be with, but maybe couldn't get access to him on an intimate level or access to his resources. So she stayed with him for his resources, and maybe the other baby father wants to come back in her life, so she's okay with leaving him and getting him out of the picture and keeping her child just to satisfy her needs. It's very sad.
What's the difference between a female narcissist and a male narcissist then?
With women, they manipulate using sex. Sex is by far their best tool. Seductive to a whole nother level. Best sex they've ever had. I had one person describe it as circus sex. So the men they pick on are men that are going to be absolutely in awe of this woman. And what they often do as well is that very early on they talk about threesomes with another woman because they think that's what a man wants to hear.
Now this one's iffy because I feel this is a woman's general nature to do this, use sex as a way to manipulate men. So she'll find a high status male or even a low status male, just someone who could be her safety net, and she'll manipulate him, hold sex over his head, and give him good sex in the beginning to make him feel like he's truly in love with her. But once she realizes her claws are in, she'll switch up immediately. Some comments that stood out from this post is, yeah, at the start of the relationship, they're bisexual, but once you've moved in, they're actually bipolar. What's hilarious is when they stumble on a guy who is immune to this and they feel their ability to survive is threatened.
I love men. I think men are the coolest, but I don't need them to survive.
You do actually need men to survive, and here's why. Everything that you see around you was built and created and maintained by men.
Okay.
Everything. The infrastructure in this country, in every single country in the world, is built created and maintained by good, honest, hardworking men that just want to provide for their family. Everything, the roads you drive on, the buildings you live in.
Every now and then, these modern women gotta be reminded that men do a lot in the society. Men are the backbone of our current society and even the society of old. Women are still important in their own ways, but we can't deny that men do a lot for the infrastructure of the society. And it is very evident when you look around you, majority of the things that you enjoy are built by men. And that's just a simple fact. Well, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment to receive more content like this. We are men, and we are not going away.